My boss won't leave me alone.
My name is Tom Miller. I'm a mechanic, a simple guy who keeps his head down and works hard. But my life changed the day someone hurt the woman I love. This is the story of what we did when my wife, Kate, started struggling at work. It began quietly. One Tuesday, Kate came home late. Not her usual late, this was different. Her energy felt drained before she even walked through the door. She didn't talk much, didn't smile. She just poured a glass of wine, her hands shaking. I asked if she was okay. "Just work," she said, but her voice was thin and tired. For days, she barely ate, barely slept. The woman who used to dance in our kitchen started checking the locks twice before bed. I'd never seen her carry so much stress. Then one night, at 3 a.m, I found her on the couch, looking at job listings with her knees pulled to her chest. "Kate, please talk to me," she hesitated, then finally said, "It's my manager. He's been making things really uncomfortable." For the next hour, she told me everything. The unfair workloads, the comments about her performance that felt personal, the pressure that just didn't feel professional, and the subtle consequences she faced whenever she tried to set boundaries. She was terrified HR wouldn't believe her because her manager had influence. She was afraid of losing our insurance, which we desperately needed for my mom's medical care. I felt completely powerless, but I refused to stay that way. "We'll gather information," I told her. "We'll handle this calmly, smart, safely," and that's exactly what we did. Kate started keeping careful notes, dates, times, emails, changes in her schedule, comments that crossed lines, everything that was affecting her well-being. Then she reached out to Sarah, a coworker who had quietly transferred departments a few months back. It turned out Sarah had faced similar experiences. That gave Kate strength. Together, they compared notes, supported each other, and encouraged each other to speak up. But when their manager noticed them talking, he became even stricter with assignments and more unpredictable with his feedback. Kate would come home shaken, completely overwhelmed by the pressure. Still, we stayed focused. We didn't confront him. We didn't escalate emotionally. We just stayed steady and documented everything. Finally, Kate and Sarah made a decision. They bypassed their local HR and contacted the corporate ethics team directly. They submitted their professional logs, the emails, the task changes, all showing a consistent pattern that was hurting their work, and corporate listened. They sent an external team to investigate. Suddenly, other employees started coming forward, people who had also struggled but had been too afraid to say anything until now. Kate wasn't alone. The company took it seriously. The investigation was respectful, private, and thorough. When it was over, her manager was removed from his position for violating company policies. Kate called me with tears in her voice, but this time they were tears of relief. In the end, Kate got a safer department with supportive leadership and a clearer career path. She found a peace of mind she hadn't felt in months. Sarah received the same protections. As for her former manager, he faced professional consequences, but that was no longer our concern. We were moving forward. We were healing. Months later, Kate and I were sitting on our porch. She looked at me and said, "For so long I thought I had no voice, but once I spoke up, everything changed." I asked her what she learned from it all. She smiled softly and said, "That people deserve to feel safe at work. That speaking up matters. And that having support makes all the difference." That night I realized something important. Problems like these grow in silence, but solutions grow in courage and in community. Kate didn't just stand up for herself. She inspired others to do the same. And together, they made their workplace better for everyone. And that is the real victory. Thank you for listening. If you or someone you know is facing a difficult situation at work, remember that there is strength in speaking up, and resources are available to help. Please consider sharing this story to let others know they aren't alone.